set to kick off.
It's the Battle of the Beltway. Baltimore and Washington are underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Right to the air is Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now it's Jackson rolling to his left. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now it's Jackson dancing to his left. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Brandon, there was more on his mind there than just getting to the first down marker. Saw an opportunity to get a big play and wasn't going to let the defense do a lot to stop him from getting there.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Henry. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Patrick Ricard from 3 yards out. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive, maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Start. Ready.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Let's go now.
Now a throw here out wide. He might be looking to throw this again. But the defense quick to read this. They bust in and drop him before he could take the shot downfield. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up.
Here we go. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready?
Here's Daniels. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Daniels going to throw for it. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Here's Jackson to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there at 22.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next to score, Ravens 14, Commanders 0. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got him. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Daniels looking to throw. That's to the speedster, Olamide Zaccheaus. To throw is Daniels. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Get it! 7 Pirates! 7 Pirates!
To the air goes Daniels. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go! Let's go! Ready?
Throwing now is Daniels. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Panther 11! Panther 11! Let's go!
Now Daniels. Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Jackson. A dump off now to Hill. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Now Jackson out to his left. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman on the touchdown throw from Lamar Jackson. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Tucker now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Ravens 21, Commanders nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels eluding the pressure right. And this one too low. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Come on.
Here's 2nd and 10.
19 tight. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Daniels going to try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Quan Martin. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Now we got whistles before the snap. Looked like one of the Commanders jumped. And now they'll elect to go for two and try to cut into this lead a little further before they head to the locker room. A final shot before break. Daniels. And he will get into the end zone. So a perfect finish to the half. They get the touchdown on the final play and two more for good measure. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Go.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
They're making it look easy. First down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. And he to the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr., a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for two. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. Well, they went for the lead there, and remember, that's the second two-point try they haven't converted on. So those 2 extra points, if they had those, they'd be winning.
And I think the reason they're going for it here is that they were unsuccessful the first time. So when you miss the first time, you're now in a position where you're chasing points. And in this case, it didn't work out well for them at all.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Jackson now on the move to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Here's Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd and 6. Back to throw. Daniels. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Commanders Field. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th.
Here we go, set. Warrior 70. Dragon 60.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Austin Eckler, 25 yards. And the Commanders have taken a 4th quarter lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Rig. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. But they need their best drive of the game right here. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Throwing is Jackson. Steps away. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Bateman going to get it now on the jet sweep. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
The offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with two straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Tucker now to add the point after. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. They start on the ground with Robinson here. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 61 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Eckler now between the tackles. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Could this be the drive that ultimately wins the game? How about the initiative he just took there? Running with it after he couldn't find a throwing lane, and he drove them into range for a game-winning field goal with that play. What an opportunity they've been presented to come through with the win.
Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
79 Broncos. Ready.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. And complete to Zach Ertz. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Up the middle with Eckler. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd down.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's going to be out of bounds to stop the clock. And they continue to move a little bit closer toward that potential game-winning field goal. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the first down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Well, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call. Robinson. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Working out of the gun, Daniels. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. And that one is incomplete, and it stops the clock at 12 seconds left in the half. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like having there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And no, it's incomplete. So that hits the ground with only 4 seconds remaining. And this should be the last play. One more shot. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and lateral.
This ball intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. He may go. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. And Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Commanders pick up the victory as we say so long from our nation's capital.